News 46 is brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. News 46 is also brought to you by Humana, serving the community. Please stop in at 1397 South Loop Road on the corner of Loop and Highway 160.
Tonight on News 46, a Las Vegas man is killed in a crash, and the lines are long at the Bob Roode Community Center. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
A Las Vegas man is killed in an accident. It's Monday, October 22nd. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Nevada Highway Patrol says a motorcycle rider was killed Saturday when his bike exited the roadway, struck a ditch, and then he was ejected.
Just before noon, we were dispatched for a report of a single vehicle accident involving a motorcyclist that was down. Significant injuries were described to us. Therefore, we sent a full response and also added Mercy Air to our assignment. Once the exact location was identified, which was a little confusing whether it was north of Pahrump or actually south of Pahrump or north, it was determined to be north. Crews were redirected. They arrived on location, provided life-saving measures. Due to the fact that CPR was in progress, we couldn't fly the patient from the scene, so the flight crew went with our ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital, where the patient was later pronounced.
And this was part of a group of motorcycles, right?
We encountered a large number of motorcycles in small packs, and actually in some very large groups that were on the highway as well. So it is every indicator that this was a member of a group that was riding in a run.
Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating?
They are.
And Fire Chief Scott Lewis gives us an update regarding last week's structure fire on Palm Drive.
We were dispatched for a report of a structure fire. The initial report was heavy fire conditions with explosions. On our arrival, we found a attached two-car garage, which was attached to a double-wide manufactured dwelling. The entire garage was consumed, mostly to the ground. There was two vehicles within the garage. The fire had extended to the manufactured dwelling. Crews did a quick knockdown in the area of the garage. Second crews went into the interior of the house, protected it, hooked the ceilings, which is bringing the ceilings down so they could expose the hidden fire, which was in the attic space. Did a great job, stopped the fire with no further progress. The investigation revealed that an unauthorized controlled burn was conducted, which had extended to the garage unknown to the owner. He had actually gone into the house. When he came out, he found his garage totally involved.
Wow. There was a secondary call next door. What was that about?
There was a medical call that occurred on an adjacent property. Our crews checked and no medical required.
Can you tell me about the well fire there? Because it appeared that the pump there was on fire.
There were a number of explosions that occurred in that garage in the very early stages, so debris was flying in close proximity in every which direction. The well pump was located just north, so some of the fire extended up there. Easy fire for us to extinguish. Fire electric came in and secured the power to the property. Yeah, there was where it adjoined to the garage, there was significant damage on that exterior wall as well as in the attic space directly above, but that's where the firefighters found it. They hooked those ceilings and immediately extinguished it.
And so, right now, what's going on with the family as far as the living conditions inside the home?
They declined any assistance from external resources, so they're with family and friends in the valley. We have a moratorium in place, and when that is lifted, just tell everybody, please follow the context of the ordinance. Make sure you're safe. Make sure the fire's extinguished. Make sure you have the appropriate water supplies, so we can prevent these things from happening.
You have to get a permit, right?
Absolutely, you have to have a permit.
How do they do that?
They come into the main fire station after next week, and they can apply for it as long as they're the owner of the property and can show proof of insurance.
And we do have an update from the fire chief concerning an accident that we reported on Friday, where a person was airlifted from the scene of a major crash.
Two-vehicle accident at Homestead in Thousand Air. High-speed impact, significant damage to both vehicles. As our Medic 3 arrived on location, they found a mechanical entrapment of one of the drivers. So our heavy rescue was added to the assignment, and also bringing myself and an additional medic. Due to the patient description as far as the nature of the injuries, we also added Mercier to the assignment. Mercier 21 landed at the LZ, which was established on Homestead Road.
And the person inside the SUV was the one that was entrapped?
That's correct. The driver of that vehicle was trapped, significant injuries, extrication occurred, and then they were transferred to patient care to Mercier and they were flown to trauma.
And they were both transported, right?
They were both transported. It was actually a 3-vehicle accident because a third parked vehicle in the Lakeside Casino parking lot was also impacted.
And then, can you tell me about the secondary impacts? Because it appears that the cars also hit different various objects, trees, and a curb, too.
Sure. It's our understanding through the sheriff's investigation that one of the vehicles may have dismissed the stop sign at a high speed. The impact occurred, both vehicles went towards Terrible's Lakeside, taking down objects such as trees and signs of things, and then impacting a third vehicle in that parking lot.
All right, and one person transported to Desert View and the other person to a trauma center?
That's correct. Mercier flew one patient, the driver was trapped to UMC Trauma, and then the other driver was transported to a local hospital.
And Lieutenant Kevin Klickner from Pahrump Valley Farm Rescue says no injuries were reported following a crash on the west side of town last night.
Yesterday we were dispatched for a 2-vehicle MVA. Initial report was that it was an offset head-on. When we arrived, it was actually a car had turned left in front of another vehicle, a pickup truck on 372. Miraculously, no injuries were reported and everyone refused medical care. The car sustained pretty good damage to the front end. The bumper became loose. The truck, it actually, off of a half-ton or 3/4-ton pickup truck, it ripped the front left wheel off. It was reported, they all stated they were wearing their seatbelts, so definitely a helper there. One car, the airbags did deploy. The pickup truck did not even deploy the airbags.
And more local news right after this break.